everyone. Okay, now let us move towards our SST Civics, chapter number 6, Political Parties. We are going to learn a lot about political parties in this chapter. Political parties. Okay, what is a political party? A group of people who come together to acquire power in the government. So what is a political party? A political party is nothing but a group of people who come together to acquire power in the government. If I ask you a question, which political party is the ruling party in the central government? Central government is ruled by which political party? The answer to this question is BJP, means Bharatiya Janata Party. And if I ask you which party is ruling Maharashtra state, so the answer to this question should be there is a coalition of three parties together. Coalition means when parties they come together, they form a coalition. So which three parties together are ruling Maharashtra? Shiv Sena, NCP and INC. So these are political parties. So there are several political parties in India such as BJP, INC, NCP, RJD, BSP. NCP, NIC, PM, or all these are the names of the parties which are political parties. Okay, so political parties are very necessary for the country like India. So basically, political party, a group of people who come together to acquire power in the government. Now, they come to power through democratic means and put national interest means before party interest. So why do these political parties they are formed? Okay, why do they come to power? They come to power. So what is their agenda to come to power? When they come to power, their national interest comes at the front, and then comes the party interest. So for the welfare of the nation, these political parties are formed and they come to power. Parties are necessary to represent the people of a country. I'm sorry. They contest elections and help in the organizing function of legislature. So why parties are necessary? So parties are necessary because these parties they represent us. We, the people of India, are represented through these parties. So these parties are very important for us. They contest elections and help in the organizing function of legislature. Politics would not be structured and would get degraded into gangs and secret factions in the absence of political parties. This can also cause anarchy and unrest amongst people. So why these political parties are necessary? Because if these political parties they do not exist, what would happen? Then the politics would not be structured properly. Politics has got a proper structure because of the parties, because of the disciplines followed by these parties. So if political parties are not there, then politics would not be structured and it would get degraded into gangs. Gangs means secret factions in the absence of political parties, and there would be unrest and anarchy in amongst the people would not find it comfortable or safe, secure in the society if political parties are not there. So political parties are very important. Thus parties play an important role in power sharing. So in power sharing, political parties they play important role. Political parties are usually well organized and their membership can run into millions. So political parties are usually well organized. They have their own protocols, disciplines, rules and regulations, and their membership can run into millions of people can be a part of one single party. They reflect the political divisions in a society. Since any party represents a part of the society, it involves a partnership. Political parties also educate people through their discussion and debates inside the parliament. Whatever discussions and debates are we see every day in Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, whatever discussion goes on over there, through that they educate the people inside the parliament. Okay, now let us see what are the three main components of any political party. A political party has three components. It has its leader, then active members, and the keen followers. So these are the three main components of political parties. Without them, a political party is incomplete. For any party to run, it needs a leader. So leader is important. There should be active members. So active members and the followers, they are somewhat same, but they have got certain different kinds of duties. Active members they actively participate, practically they do something for the party. So active members. And followers like us, if I'm a keen follower of BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party, I am a follower. Without me, BJP is not would be incomplete. Okay, so followers are also important. So political party has three components: the leader, the active members, and the keen followers. Did you know in America, members and supporters of the party choose their candidates? What happens in America? Members and supporters of the party, they choose their candidate who would contest the election. But what happened in India? On the other hand, in India, top party leaders, they choose their candidates. In India, party leaders, they choose their candidates. Political parties have series of functions they need to perform. So obviously political parties are formed so that they have to perform certain functions. All parties put forward their policies and programs which voters can choose from. So whatever policies and programs that party is putting forward, voters are ready to choose from that. Okay, each voter has a different opinion and views about what is best for the society. A political party streamlines number of views and opinions into a basic ideological position. This helps it to create policies that align with its position. Political parties also plays an important role in making laws for a country. So these political parties, they run according to the views and opinions of the voters, because each voter has different views and opinions. So according to that, those views and opinions, these political forms their ideologies, because who are going to choose them, who are going to elect them? Voters. So according to the voters' mind and ideology, they have to structure their political party, their ideology, their position. Okay, so it goes hand in hand. What the voters demand, that the political party has to fulfill. So it doesn't have its own ideology, it has the ideology what the voters have. So political parties also plays an important role in making laws for a country. Political parties also help in making laws of the country. Though laws are debated and passed by the legislature, the members of a party put the decision of party leadership before their personal opinions. Parties recruit leaders, train them, and make them ministers to run the government. What else parties they do? They recruit leaders, they appoint the leaders, they train those leaders, and they make them ministers, capable ministers who can run the government. So these are the functions of political party. So the party which is formed after getting a majority is known as a ruling party. A party who is elected in the election, who gets the majority of votes in the elections, that party is known as ruling party. So who is the ruling party in the central government? As I have discussed earlier, BJP is the ruling party. And who are the opposition parties to BJP, who have lost the elections, but they are also playing important roles? So NCP, INC, not NCP, NCP is not the national party, Indian National Congress is the opposition party, RJD is the opposition party, BSP is the opposition party in the central government, and the ruling party is BJP. Okay, so the party which is formed after getting a majority is known as ruling party. Meanwhile, the party who loses in the election also play a prominent role by acting as the opposition to the party in power. The opposition voices different views and criticizes the incorrect policies and the failures of the ruling party. See, after the election, a party who gets the majority of votes wins the election, it is known as ruling party over there. But the parties which have lost Okay, they also play a very important role. What is their role after the elections? What do? The opposition, they voices different views and criticizes the incorrect policies and failures of the ruling party. They criticizes whatever the policies and programs the ruling party is implementing. They criticize them, whatever the faults are there, failures are there in the ruling party. They point it out, and they show it to the society, to the voters, that see, whatever which this party which you have voted is not working properly. This is the role of the opposition party. The opposition makes use of its activist and pressure groups to highlight the problems and the issues of the common people. Since parties provide easy access to government schemes and welfare programs, therefore people find it easier to access a local political leader rather than a government officer. Okay, first point is the opposition makes use of its activist and pressure groups to highlight the problems and the issues of the common people. What is the another role of the opposition parties? What do they do? They highlight the problems of the common people, the issues of the common people, by making use of their activist and pressure groups, and they show it to the people that these are your problems, and these problems and issues of yours are not properly handled or tackled by the ruling party over there. So next time, please don't vote the ruling party, please vote us and make us win, so that we can solve your problems and issues. So this is the duty or the function of the opposition party. Now, since parties provide easy access to government schemes and welfare programs, what parties they do for common people, these parties are easy access to government schemes and welfare programs. So people find it easy to access a local political leader rather than a government officer. Instead of going to any government officer, they go to a party leader through whom their work is easily done. Political parties are necessary in a democracy as they unite like-minded people from diverse backgrounds. The need for political parties has a reason with the emergence of representative democracies. There is a need of political parties because it has a reason with the emergence of representative democracies. They form a two-way link between the government and the people and bring them close to each other. Why these political parties are necessary? Because these parties play a bridge, a link between government and people, and they bring them close to each other. Any group of people are free to come together as political party to contest elections and hold power in the government. Because of this, political parties are necessary to exist in a democratic government. So till here we are going to study, and you people are supposed to read this much part in the textbook and in the refresher and highlight the important points. Leave your comments in the comment section. Please go through the multiple choice questions also in the refresher related to the topic which you have learned in this video. Watch this video again if you have not understood. Leave your comment. Till then, bye.